Welcome back to Code Hive, the place where we make it work, make it right, and make it fast. So I'm so excited to start working on the Oracle SQL developer with you guys. And yeah, so in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to create a simple table and insert data in that table. So it's just a simple table, okay? So if you still haven't watched the video where I show you guys step by step how to install the Oracle SQL developer as well as the database 21C Express edition, then please do watch that video. But for those of you who've already watched that video and installed everything, then let's create a table. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is how to create a shortcut, right? So that way you don't constantly have to go to the folder where you downloaded the SQL developer. So if you just right click on your desktop, right, and you say new, and then you say shortcut, and then you get the location of the item that you want to create a shortcut for. So if you say browse, and then you just go to the folder where you downloaded your SQL. So in this case, there's my SQL, and then you just select the exe file, the exe application. So you're just going to select that and say okay, and then you say next, and you can name it whatever you want, but I'm just going to leave mine just like that, and you just say finish, and it should create over there. So every time now you want to work on your Oracle, then you just go there. So now that you have your shortcut ready, you're just going to open up our SQL and get started. Okay, so once it opens up, it will still wait for initialization. So we have created a database in the previous video, and I called my database testdb. So again, if you still haven't watched that video, please do watch that video. Okay, so now we're going to create a new file. So how do you create a new file? So you're going to go to the icon over there, right, with the little file, underneath file actually, and you're just going to press on it, and you're going to select database files, then you're going to select SQL file, and you're going to say okay. Then it will take you to a place where you now name your file. So I'm just going to say tables, and you're just going to say okay. So you can also choose the directory, okay, and it will then create successfully. Okay, so there's a few things that I want to show you guys. So if you want to comment, right, so if you want to comment, you're just going to do the lines like that, just your dash, I think more than 2, and then you just say create table. Okay, so create table. So that's how you create comments, right? And if you want to create comment with multiple lines, then it's just going to be, just going to be like that. Create table, like that. Okay, so if you want to increase the font size, you're just going to go over to tools, and you're going to go to preferences, and then you're going to go to font size. So you're going to go to code editor, then you're going to go to fonts, and then you can increase your font size. So I think I want it to be at least 21. Okay, and then that's your font size increased. Okay, so this is a multiple line comment, and this is just one line comment. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is create a table. So how do we create a table? So you create keyword, okay, and then table. Okay, so I want my table to be product. Okay, and then it's similar to how we did it in Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so the first column that I want is product ID, and I want varchar2 as a data type. Okay, and not null, and this will essentially be our primary key. Okay, then the next column that I want is product. Okay, and then again varchar2, length of 30, not null. Then the next one that I want is price. Okay, and I'm gonna store price as a number, not null. Okay, so why am I storing price as a number? The reason why I'm storing price as a number is because if you need to do calculations in queries and you stored your price as varchar, then it's not going to work. So if you want to add the sign for rand or dollar sign, then you will add it in your queries. So I will show you guys how to do that. But if you want to store price, just store it as a number without the rand sign or the dollar sign. Okay, so I'll show you guys how to do that. Okay, and then the last one that I want is stock items, which is also number, not. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So it's your column name, okay, and then your data type, not null, and if it's primary key, you're just going to say primary key. Then don't forget your commas at the end, but if you at the last column that you're adding, then you don't put a comma. Okay, then you semicolon, and then you're just going to run it. Okay, so if you want to run a statement, right, so if I just want to run this, let's say we have tons of lines of code, right, and I just want to run this part, right, then essentially I'll just select this part only. I think I was also doing that in the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio so that I can prepare you guys for working with Oracle. Okay, so in order to run a specific statement, you select everything and then you press that icon over there. Okay, then we're just going to run it, and then connection, which connection do we have? It's the test DB. If you have another connection, you're just going to drop down and select the database that you want to use. Okay, and we're just going to say okay. Okay, so once it's done running, it will take you to the test DB and it will open this, but just go back and then it will say table product created. Okay, so that's how you run a specific statement. But if you have lines of queries in this whole file, so in this table SQL file, and you select the one next to it, it will run the whole script, so it will run all the lines. Okay, so if you have now another statement, let's say we're going to go to the insert and you have your queries and everything, and then you press the one next to it that says run script, it will run the whole thing that's on that file. So that's why it kind of separates the two. Okay, so now that we're going to insert to the table, then we're only going to run the specific statements, right? We're not going to run everything because we already did this part. Okay, so I hope it makes sense, the difference between the first one as well as the second one. The first one is running a specific statement, so you select the statement that you want to run and you press that. But if you want to run the whole script, meaning the whole file, then you select the second one. Okay, so now that we've created our table, I want us to now insert values into the table. So insert into table. Okay, so first things first, right? So we have the insert into. So we have looked at the syntax in the videos where we're talking about SQL Server Management Studio. So it's not really that different. Okay, so I just want to make that a bit smaller. Okay, cool. So first things first, insert into, and then your table name. So we just created the table product, and then values. Okay, so the first one that we have is the product ID. So let me say A500. Okay, and then the second one that we have is the product. So what product is it? So I'm gonna say Samsung 32-inch. I'm just making up values, so just bear with me. Okay, and then the next one that we have is the price. So it's a number. Okay, so if it's a number, then we don't include the inverted commas, the inverted commas. Okay, and then the next one is stock items. So there's 10 in stock. Okay, so that's how you insert. Now, in terms of Oracle, okay, so in terms of Oracle, you need to create this statement every time. So you would have so in SQL, but I don't think I showed you guys how to do that. But in SQL, you could just literally copy this and do it again and again and again without this part, because now this part will automatically be for all the values that you're inserting. But for Oracle, there's no such thing. So you need to literally copy the whole thing every time you're inserting data. So for every time you want to insert into a specific table, you need to copy that again and again and again and again. Insert into product values, insert into product values, like that, like that, like that. So it is kind of a lot, but that's just how it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna change a few things over here, and then let's say this one is 24, and then let's say there's only 5. Okay, so I don't think that's even necessary, really. Okay, so that is necessary. Okay, cool. Then you just separate it by a semicolon. And then you do that for all the values that you want to insert. Okay, so if you just select, so what I was saying earlier on, if we were to press that, it would run all these statements. But because we already did this one, then why not just select this part over here and just run that specific statement. Okay, and then shows that it's running. Okay, so now once you run this statement, it will say 1 row inserted, 1 row inserted. So 1 row inserted meaning the first row, 1 row inserted meaning the second row. Okay, so now if you want to see the values in there, you could do it one of two ways. So you could just go to your test DB and just drop down, and then go to your tables, and then there's all these tables. So all these come with the Oracle SQL developer, so do not delete them. Just look for the one that you just created. So in my situation, it's products. Okay, and then you can just select it, and you will be able to see all the information over here. Okay, so you're able to see the column name, data type, is it null? And if you want to see the data, you just select data over there, and you will be able to see the values that we've just inserted. That's the first way in which you can see what's in the table. Or again, we have our select all from product. Okay, and then just make sure that every time you finish a line and you're starting a new one, you just indicate. Okay, and then we're just going to run that part, and we should be able to see it. So that's two ways on how to see. Okay, so this is literally how to create a simple table and insert data in that table. So in the next video, I'll be showing you guys how to create other tables and insert values, where now we'll be looking at constraints. We'll be looking at table constraints. So I hope this video was helpful. Please hit the like button if you liked this video. Please leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. And don't forget, if you have something that you want me to show you guys, please do leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will definitely try my best to record a video, anything just to make things simple for you guys, right? And yeah, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please hit the notification bell for more videos like this. Thank you guys so much for watching.